I was isolating the potential to wield the Force and incorporating it into an unstoppable army. And you smothered them before they could draw their first breath.
In fact, goodness me, now I actually think about it, that's so bad, isn't it? Since episode 1, the big question everyone's been wondering is, what do these people want with Grogu? It's slowly revealed that essentially what they're trying to do is make Force-sensitive clones. That's the big reveal, that's their whole plan. And then those Force-sensitive clones are destroyed before they can ever be deployed in battle. What a giant waste of time. I mean, it partially obviously comes from not planning ahead. Why hasn't Disney learned their lesson about that? Like, I can't imagine that they sat down and decided up front that they were going to have this entire show build up the idea that the Empire was building these Force-sensitive clones, and then those clones were literally going to see no action whatsoever. Moff Gideon also has another plan, by the way. This new generation of Dark Troopers that have been improved with Beskar alloy. Hey, I have these new troopers with Beskar alloy, and then we just don't see them again. So just to clarify, on top of all of the troops and the ships and the bases that have been destroyed, the Empire has now, in this show, 3 times tried to create these elite troopers. And again, based on the fact that they don't produce these very often, the implication would be that they take a huge amount of resources to produce, and yet every single time they end up being destroyed. So all those resources were wasted. And this is of course also, by the way, after they built 2 giant space stations that were also destroyed. But still, 30 years from now, the remnants of the Empire are going to be capable of building a planet-sized space station that is capable of destroying multiple other planets at once. And then also, after that gets destroyed, they still end up being the dominant government of the galaxy. So the Empire can just throw infinite time, resources, and human lives at a project, constantly be defeated, and yet always bounce back, and sometimes even go on to be victorious. I mean, geez, when you put it like that, it almost makes it seem like there's absolutely no tension around whether or not they defeat the Empire in Star Wars, because no matter how thoroughly the Empire is destroyed, no matter how substantial the setbacks they face, it has no impact on them, and they just keep going anyway.